One of the fundamental rights of everyone is access to education, and it starts with a high school diploma. And if we want our kids to go to school, I think it starts in the home by setting the right example by going to school ourselves, and getting a GED, and then maybe going on and going to junior college. What school do you teach at? What do you teach?
Myself, I teach ESL, English as second language, and GED.
Oh, at Olive Harvey. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
very
English
good.
and Spanish for Chicago City College.
Okay, very good, very good.
One of the three places that are still open that can come to the community. They took everybody else off.
Okay, all right.
Right? And we're really lucky, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know why that is? Is because people use it. They see it as real benefit. So the reason the doors are still open here and free is because of you. And you should give yourself a round of applause, because being here every day, showing that the value of coming here sustains this place as well. We live in a country where we all know there's no such thing as a free lunch. You know, it may be no cost to you, but keeping these doors open and lights on and heat going costs money. And as a legislator, I'm committed to doing all I can to make sure that we provide resources to keep this place functioning. And you're right. I think there's a lot more we can be doing. There's a lot more we have to do. And it all speaks to that fundamental right living in America, is access to education. We live in a society that's becoming more and more literate, more and more educated, in large part because of the internet and how we get information to come right to the desktop, right in front of us, any place in the world. So making sure that we maintain that access and improve that access is real critical. But it takes dollars. It takes dollars. It even takes dollars in a period of time where we're struggling at the state to try to pay our bills. The state's in a lot of trouble financially. But that does not mean that we don't deal with the basics. And one of the fundamental basics, I truly believe, is education. In communities like this, where I grew up, just west of here in Avalon Park, at 82nd and Blackstone, the kids in my neighborhood who made something out of their lives, you go back and look, you can point to one thing, it's education. Those of us who take advantage of low education, most of it public, paid for by the government, right? Those are the kids who typically make something of themselves. And one of the reasons I preach about education so much is because when you look at kids who go to high school and go on to college, we don't have to worry about those kids ever being a burden on our society. Those kids aren't out here sitting on the corner selling drugs. They're not looking to rob anybody. They're not beating people up. They're thinking about their lives in terms of what they need to be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now, not what they're going to be doing next week. We know they're not going to, it's less likely for them to end up in our jails and our prisons. They're going to become productive, and they're going to make their lives better, and they're going to make this community better. So promoting and pushing education and getting our kids through high school, through college, if they choose to do that. Now, not every kid is going to go to college. A lot of kids are going to become plumbers and carpenters. Let me tell you, I got two brothers who are union carpenters, and both of them make more money than the state representative does. All right? So the young men and women who are in high school saying, man, the college isn't for me. One of our brothers got a college degree, and then he still became a carpenter and makes real good money. So we got to make sure that our kids know about those opportunities as well. And one of the places you find out about those opportunities is using the internet. So just something to keep in mind as we move forward. But thanks for your question.
Okay, real fast.
So thanks everybody for all this hospitality and for the food. Everything's great.
Come to them.
Some of you know, some of you don't know, but I've been working with Patty for about a year now, and we've been putting together a group of different community organizations, churches, and other institutions to start thinking about the whole area of Southeast Chicago, including South Chicago, East Side, Hegewisch, South Deering. Sometimes there's a little bit of resources that come into South Chicago proper, but a lot of people tend to forget that the East Side's here. So one of the things, right? Isn't that true? So one of the things we've been doing in this project is trying to get together people so they're talking about all the different resources, the different problems that we're facing, One thing we're focused on really clearly is violence. We have an anti-violence task force, and we've brought together a number of the major churches in the area: Annunciata, St. Francis, Our Lady of Guadalupe, Mary Magdalene, Eastside United Methodist Church now, Eastside Community Church. I mean, we've been bringing a lot of different groups together, and the whole idea is to have something permanent, so we're always talking together. Not just once in a while when somebody gets shot, we go out and we scream because we can't believe that someone got shot again, and then we go back home. And we actually are planning together and working together. And so, February 20th, Patty and the Knowledge HookUp, and all of you guys will be invited, but we're doing a launch, a public launch for the Alliance of the Southeast. That's going to be the name of the new organization. It'll be a lot of fun. And one of the other things, just a side note that we've been working on with Patty is through the University of Chicago, and we'll probably have some kind of party here at Knowledge HookUp to launch it. But they're doing a full resource mapping of the whole area of the East Side, looking at businesses, organizations, resources, and different services for people in the community, and they're putting it online through southsidehealth.org. This whole thing is going to be available to all of you guys on the computer, so you can get in if you're trying to find whether it's somebody who can deal with somebody who has cancer in your family, or if it's a hospital, or if it's
autism is big here too.
or even if it's just you want something like getting a haircut. Like, where are all the places? They're going to be updating this constantly. So if you do the searches like on the internet now, you might get one or two things on the east side, but everything tends to be stuff in downtown, north side, where you have a lot of stuff. They actually have been sending people over last summer. They had people knocking on doors and finding out different information to put on the site. In January, the site will be available in Spanish, so that will be another thing for everyone to look at. But this is through the University of Chicago. It's intended to help you guys find more resources, and since Patty and you guys have computers here, this would be a good place to look for those. Brevemente, me llamo Rey López Calderón, yo soy el director ejecutivo de una organización que se llama Alianza, y nosotros hemos estado trabajando por un año aproximadamente con Patty para lanzar una nueva organización grande que incluye diferentes organizaciones, iglesias y otras instituciones en la comunidad, para que nosotros estemos juntos planeando y haciendo estrategias para agarrar más recursos en la comunidad, y también para responder a diferentes asuntos. En particular estamos trabajando ahorita en el asunto de violencia. Mucha gente se enfoca en Chicago un poco, pero se les olvida que está lista de aquí, que también hay problemas, también aquí hay necesidades. Entonces, nosotros estamos haciendo un grupo formidable de gente que se estén trabajando y colaborando juntos para traer más recursos a toda la región, no solamente a una región. Entonces, eso es lo que hemos estado haciendo con el Knowledge HookUp. Y aparte de eso, hemos estado trabajando con la Universidad de Chicago. Y la Universidad de Chicago en particular está haciendo un estudio, y también están haciendo un sitio en el internet para nombrar y para señalar todos los recursos que existen ahorita mismo en el ISAI. Y esa información va a estar en un sitio web, y lo que se va a lanzar, ya está en inglés, se llama southsidehealth.org, y en enero lo van a lanzar en español también para que toda la gente lo pueda leer. Entonces, esta es una iniciativa de la Universidad de Chicago que hemos estado trabajando también con el Knowledge HookUp, y próximamente vamos a hacer también otro piececita aquí para lanzar ese nuevo sitio web. So, muchas gracias por la invitación, y pues, gracias.